God for this powerful moment that we have this evening. Our names made the wake-up list this morning. It's not your alarm clock that woke you up. It was Jesus that woke you up and said, have another day, have another day. We do not know how often he may keep on doing that. That is why we keep on living with a sense of meaning and a sense of purpose and a sense of urgency. We don't have bad vibes with people around here. We keep our slate clean, our account low. We don't malice people around here because they say that acid does more damage to the vessel in which it is stored than in the one that it is poured. The only person supposed to be in your heart is Jesus or your loved ones, your family and friends. But ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy people. And I say welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this evening of celebration, this evening of thanksgiving, as we highlight the power of the mighty mitochondria and the role it plays in our existence and survival. If you take care of it, it takes care of you. If you don't take care of it, it shows up in your body. How? Diabetes, high blood pressure, memory loss, eye problem, sinus problem, oral problem, all kind of different problem in your body and issues in your tissues. I think you know some of them. If you have started to experience those things, the secret is get your mitochondria boosted again, up and running again, like when you were a teenager again. And then you shall experience aspects of health again, like you did when you were younger, like a teenager or a child. That's the secret, you know. God has made it so easy for us, and here are God good. He has sent a good doctor along with all his MBBS medical degree, knowledge and understanding to explain it to us in a way that we may not have been able to understand it. Isn't God a good God? I think somebody is saying amen. The information for your transformation, along with the supplementation. Dr. Samuels will explain it in a few. As I say, welcome, 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 welcome to one, welcome to all. Whether you're from Jamaica or you're from somewhere else in the world, because all of us could not be born in Jamaica. So God puts other nice people, other places on this rock called our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be alive. I'm happy to be alive. Oh my God, my name is Clive and it's good to be alive. What is your name? It's good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Take these last moments and invite, 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 invite. Invite. A friend of mine will say, even the puss on the dog. Anything that move, lizard on the tree. Invite, invite, invite. Because everything has mitochondria, even the blade of grass. The mosquito, you might not like him, but he has mitochondria is what powers everything. But we are here to thank God in a very serious way this evening for the mighty mitochondria. Recognize it, celebrate it, understand it, learn how to take care of it so that we might live better, healthy quality of lives. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I will do today the FDA disclaimer before I put on the big man himself, Dr. Desmond Samuels. So as usual, we say the FDA disclaimer. Sorry. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are discussed is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information is intended for general information purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of disease. As it relates to any testimonial, because people at any point might share a testimonial. It happens all the time. No one was compensated for giving a testimonial. All testimonials are the opinions of those individuals and may not be the result that everyone gets. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90-year-old people coming on this call to testify. I feel like running, skipping. Praise. These are people who couldn't hardly get up out of their bed. If someone didn't move them, they don't move. If someone don't lift them, they don't know how to get up. If someone doesn't spoon feed them, then they are not fed. But these are people getting their memory back, getting their eyesight back, getting their energy back, getting their muscles back. They are getting their health back, getting their life back, getting their integrity back, and they are saying, I feel like running, skipping, and praising the Lord for what he has done for me. He has set me free. And you may be next in line for these blessings. Invite, 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 because we want everybody to know the power of what God has given us through More Mito in these three powerful products that Dr. Samuels will be telling you about as soon as I get out of the way of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Boys and girls, time to jump and skip and shout. I present to you the most comprehensive doctor that we may ever get to meet, Dr. Desmond Samuels. He holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. He holds a bachelor's degree in theology. He even has a diploma as an electronic technician. Powerful. He's an accident and emergency physician. I don't know if after the call this evening, he will be going to the ER room somewhere there in Canada, but sometimes he's found in the ER room here in Jamaica, helping people to put back their lives after it has been damaged. He's a massage therapist. He's an expert in functional medicine, partly meaning that plant life gives life. He believes that. He's an expert, mitochondrial expert, I should say. He knows the mitochondria, and the mitochondria knows him. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a more mito aficionado. He knows the product knows him, and is a product of the product. His family is on the product. His wife is on the product. His daughters are on the product. He is on the product. Every single cell in his body on the product. We are on the product. Ladies and gentlemen, he is qualified to speak about the mitochondria and more mito. Let me get out of the way of greatness. Present to some and introduce to others the erudite, the affable, Dr. Desmond Good up Samuels. Have you made it to the call? Please, Dr. Samuels.
Yeah, Dr. Campbell. Yes, yes, yes. How are you, sir?
I am very good, sir. I'm in a
I
celebration mood today,
I
sir.
am I am recognizing that. I am
You
recognizing
see,
that.
I put on a new, clean, pretty shirt like Joseph. Good up, good
Mm.
up. Yes, sir.
Joseph on the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, man. I'm very happy, man. Very happy, sir, that the Lord has allowed us to be the first generation to understand the mitochondria like this. And not only that, you know, sir, give us
Mm.
products. Whoa, and you're the best at telling us about these powerful products, sir.
Yeah, my our Friday night presentation was actually a presentation to the driver and his wife also, who were in the car with me.
Wow.
Because they came to get me at the airport, and I
Yes.
flew. And so while I was presenting during the drive, at the end of
Yes.
the presentation, he's like, "So when are we gonna sign up?" You
Look
know,
at that. Look at that. Yes.
but I did this conference yesterday for a pastor. It was a
Yes.
men's health thing I was doing.
Yes.
But he's in another company and promoting another product. So
Yes.
I kind of give them an insight of what our product is. Because I thought I was just going there to do a men's health thing and just talk to the men. But then he also chime in and talk about the product that he is promoting. Decent
Okay.
product, but it would come a distant second to our product.
Okay.
And he also recognized it. But being a clinician, I'm not afraid to promote something if I don't understand. I'm not going to
Yes.
say this is the only thing. But one
Okay.
other thing I recognized, not just yesterday, something that I knew, is that when I was doing pediatrician, Dr. Price, I think he's the best pediatrician in Jamaica, maybe the entire Caribbean. Very,
Yes.
very good doctor. When he was teaching us peds in my rotation, he said one thing. He said, Desmond, common things are common.
Mm.
Because he said, if you are in Jamaica and you hear hoofs behind you are not going to think zebra. You're not going to think giraffe. You're going to think a horse or a donkey because you're in Jamaica.
Yes.
And so he said, when you go into the exams and you get the questions, always remember common things are common. And if you keep it that simple, you'll have no problem getting the desired grade.
Powerful.
That was very powerful. So when I had all these men in front of me yesterday,
Yes.
I kind of opened up and became transparent to them.
Yes.
And then now what I did, I kind of put them in categories
Oh,
based on their age.
yes.
Because I remember common things are common.
Yes.
And so while I was doing my presentation, because I didn't bring a PowerPoint or anything, I
Yes.
just said, you know what, I'm just gonna talk.
Wow.
So I pretended like I have a patient in front of me and I'm doing a history. So I'm going from head to toe. All
Mm,
the problems that you can deal with from the brain to the eyes to the
mm,
nose to the throat, to the cardiovascular system, to the
mm,
pulmonary systems. I was just going down. And so what I was finding out is that these men now kind of become receptive to each other, even though they know each other. But all of a sudden, when I hit on certain things, you find out that within this particular age group,
mhm.
all of them most of them were experiencing that particular problem.
Wow.
So when I say common things are common, it is
Mhm.
also now saying to us that whatever you are going through medically, you are not alone.
Wow.
Somebody else is dealing with it.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I am going to be doing a presentation for that particular group one of these days. And it's not going to be on one of our regular presentation, but I'm
Yes.
going to send out the link so that our people can get onto one just for the numbers sake, so it looks good. But
Yes.
almost 100 men there, and yeah, a lot of them dealing with the same thing. They're dealing with the erectile dysfunction issues, they're dealing with the
Wow.
hypertension issues, they're dealing with the urgency and emergency to go pee issues. It's just common things are common. We live in the same environment, we eat the same food, we drink the same crazy water. And
Yes.
so you realize that once you're in a particular age group, and then I'm finding out that erectile dysfunction is happening earlier on now. Because
Mm,
I was supposed to be a 45-minute presentation,
yes.
and we started at 10:30, and when I left, it was 4:30.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was
30.
4:30. Yeah,
6 hours.
yes, and we had one break.
Wow.
So it was amazing how much information is needed. And so us on this platform, we're getting as you call it, the good of information, and we are messing around with it.
Yes.
So we have to find a way now to start really
Yes.
dealing with it on that level. But it was amazing. It was good, and it was a church group. So what I'm gonna start branching out and reaching out to pastors just to come and do some health fair for them,
Yes.
because I realize that that is a proper way to connect with people as well. So it
Yeah.
was amazing.
A lot of church folks are suffering in silence.
Yeah,
They come to church. They see me smile in the words of Chronix, but they don't know what I'm feeling
I don't know
inside.
where the trade winds blow. Yeah.
Look at that, man.
So one gentleman got up
Yes.
and I don't know, I think the devil sent him.
Wow.
And so he got up and he's like, oh, all I need is Jesus. And I don't need, because when I got to the mental health issue, he was like, no, no, I just need to pray. I just need to this. So I just let him ramble on for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then I just said, listen, there was this woman who was in church and she was praying at the altar. And she was jumping and saying, touch me, Jesus, touch me, Jesus, touch me.
Yes.
Then somebody touched her on her shoulder. And then she was excited. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then the lady said, oh, I just wanted to know that I was the one who touched you. And she got disappointed. And then the lady
Yes.
said, no, when you asked him to touch you, he used the closest part of his body and allowed me to touch you. So I had to really, I was just, because
Yeah.
I'm a very calm and collected person. I don't get upset
Yes.
easy or
You
stuff
know
like
that.
that. But
Yes.
I was getting ready to, one
Yes.
second, one quick second there.
Oh, okay. Doctor trying to get his battery. Since we're talking about the mitochondria, and I saw, I think his Dr. Samuel's battery is saying, plug me into my mitochondria. so that I can keep on going, So, so
Yeah.
yes,
So yes, sir. So we are in a space so yesterday, I really didn't want to just person down or stuff like that,
yes,
but I had to kind of dress him down because with the other 90 odd people in there who come in for information. I didn't because one of the things that we do and we have done as church folks is that
yes.
we especially I'm gonna talk about my church, the Pentecostal church. We just tell people that once you're baptized, not filled with the Holy Ghost, all
Wow,
right. And
wow,
yeah, and so a lot of like you said, God is gonna heal you if He chooses to do so,
yes,
and He's gonna use different means to do so.
yes,
So it doesn't have to be by you coming to the altar or whatever.
yes,
God has blessed Dr. Bevan Elliott with the knowledge to bring these products to us, and
yes,
we are going to use them. He can use anything. I mean, what even Jesus said when the lepers were clean, what did he say? Were cleansed. What did he say? Go show yourself to the
yes,
priest.
yes.
So if you go to the doctor and he diagnoses you with a particular problem and you come to church and you get prayer, who's going to declare you healed? Not
Okay.
the person who pray for you. You're going to
No,
go back to the clinician and they are the ones that are
yes,
going to declare you healed. And
yes,
one of the reasons I really love to talk about Dr. Price is that when we were in class, he never starts a class without prayer. He doesn't care because we have students from different countries. We have Nigerians, we have India, we have Kenyans, we
yes,
have Ghanaians, Jamaicans, we have other persons from other parts of the Caribbean. It didn't
yes.
matter. This is his class,
Wow,
and his church is a big church at Kingston 90, big Seventh Day Adventist church. But
yes,
it didn't matter who you are, if you're gonna stay in
wow,
his class, you're gonna pray.
wow. Got that in?
And whether or not you want to believe, he's gonna say, listen, let us pray before we move forward. So when this
Oh,
gentleman was come there spewing his venom yesterday, I mean, after I checked him, I never heard another word from him going forward. He sat there to the end of the presentation and he never said nothing else. He just relaxed himself, take the information, and at the end, he came up and he said he had a couple of questions and stuff. So he just said, ask your questions publicly because you try to just meet on public.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
So
And
I
it's interesting, Doc, as spiritual as we are, as Christians, the truth is so many benches in the clinics, so
mhm.
many benches in the hospital are occupied by who? Christians.
Listen, man, I've been in the ER already, and my old pastor come in, and I had to kind of break protocol a little bit in order to get him to get to the front of the line. Not supposed to do it. Other people were there, but he's my pastor. What am I gonna do?
Okay.
Let me just move his docket up a little bit because I'm a pastor. I can't make him sit down there like everybody else. No,
Yeah,
sir.
okay, yes.
Because not only was he my pastor, he was also my uncle.
Oh, wow, wow.
So yeah, me have to get him taken care of. Sorry if somebody's gonna be upset with me for that, but yeah,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's the yeah.
So,
So
Doc,
folks,
we thank you for everything you do to enlighten us about the human body and how to care for the body because sick people can't really do God's work effectively. So, bless you, Doc, as you continue.
listen, and I'm gonna get into the presentation right now, but I want to encourage everyone in here: never ever tell lie and say this. Don't do it. I remember when I was 9 years old.
Yes,
West Indies was playing Australia. Just started listening to cricket and radio.
yes.
And I decided to tell my mom lie that I have toothache and want to stay home and listen to cricket.
Wow.
About a month later, I had my first toothache. Never lie and sickness again.
Look at that. Look at that, man. You invite sickness. My God.
Yes, man. I know. So I am healthy, happy, and terrific. Even if I'm in
Yes.
a little bit of pain here or there, I'm healthy, happy, and terrific.
Terrific.
Yes,
Bless
sir.
you.
All right, folks. We hope you enjoy the dialogue. We do that from time to time. Dr. Broomfield, hopefully he'll be joining us. He's probably online right now. I don't know. Had a little interaction with him today by text, so hopefully he'll be here to help us with the question and answer. I really appreciate his wealth of knowledge that he brings to the table. All righty. So we're gonna get into this presentation about the mitochondria, and so that everybody wants to see my face. I'm not ready to show my face yet, please. So just don't get too upset. All right. So when you look on the screen here, you're seeing a copy or a picture of the human cell. Inside each of the cells of our body, about 73 trillions of them, they all have mitochondria, except for the red blood cell. Every cell in our body has mitochondria in them. So depending on how much energy that cell needs in order to do what it needs to do, it's going to determine the amount of mitochondria that it has. So folks, one of the things here now we have to understand is that when we got into medical school, they told us that most disease and sicknesses are as a result of low energy. So the mitochondria is the guy here now that really gives energy to the cell. When you isolate it and look at it like this, you see here, it's got its own DNA. It's got a DNA that is separate and apart from the DNA that comes from the nucleus of the cell. So basically, this DNA that the mitochondria has actually is maternal. So it comes from the maternal side. So nothing from it comes from the paternal side of things. And the thing with this mitochondrial DNA also is the fact that it is actually more durable than the DNA from the nucleus. So forensic science, basically, this is what they are using now to solve a lot of mysteries, because they're finding out that the DNA from the nucleus is not as potent or as powerful. Now, think about this as we go through the presentation. Sicknesses and diseases, they come as a result of low energy. The mitochondria is the source of energy. So basically, most sickness, if not all, and diseases are as a result of mitochondria not performing optimally. Dr. Bevan Elliott, our chief researcher and facilitator and scientist, he indicates that what affects health the most is the health of the mitochondria. Basically, you literally cannot be your healthiest unless your mitochondria are at their best. So now, if the health of the mitochondria can be improved and you have more mitochondria that are bigger, more energetic, then your overall health can be improved. So if you get the mitochondria right, you can watch your body rebuild, restore, rejuvenate, reverse the effects of aging, reverse the effects of sickness and diseases, reverse the effects of free radical damage, inflammation, and all those bad stuff. So what we need to do is to get the mitochondria right, all right? Now, by definition, then, the mitochondria basically then is a membrane-bound organelle that generates most of the chemical energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reactions. Now, everything that we do is based on a biochemical reaction. It needs energy to do. Just for me talking here, biochemical reactions are taking place. For you just hearing me, biochemical reactions have to take place for you to hear me. You get up to go cook your food, to eat, everything that you do, everything that is humanly possible that you do is a biochemical reaction taking place, and what it needs energy to do that. All right, so the chemical energy produced by the mitochondria is stored in a small molecule that is called ATP. The human body then is made up of approximately 73 trillion cells, and each of them are powered by the mitochondria, which we consider to be the powerhouse of the cell. How does the mitochondria create this energy? Is that it converts fats and carbohydrates into energy, which is what we call the ATP. Now, being the powerhouse of the cell, it is the main site of the ATP production. For those of us who went to, who did biology, whether in high school or in especially college and university bio, they talk about this crazy cycle called the Krebs cycle. I mean, there's about 70 different different actions that have to take place in order for one molecule of carbohydrate to produce 34 molecules of ATP. It's a very complex situation. And man, it was one of the things that really give a lot of medical students and science students a really run for their money to really figure out that Krebs cycle. Now, it also plays a vital role in calcium storage. See, calcium is actually extremely important for the body. So inside of our heart muscles, there are calcium pumps, cancer channel pumps. And these guys, if your mitochondria is not right, it can reduce the amount of calcium that is in those calcium channels in your cardiac muscle because it needs them. So when the cardiac when the heart now wants to pump blood, when it now get that restriction going to pump the blood through and around the body, it needs the calcium pumps to do that. And also the arteries, they also need calcium in order to carry that blood around the body. Folks like we have like calcium channel diseases. We have a lot of ladies, they get to a point where they're having osteoarthritis or they're having osteoporosis. All those kind of stuff are happening because of the depletion of the calcium in our body. But the mitochondria operating optimally will ensure that that remains good. So, so we need to keep those the calcium going. A lot of ladies is when they reach menopause. That's when the calcium issues start to set in. Now, the other thing that the mitochondria plays a vital role in is a process called apoptosis. The cells in our body are supposed to live a certain amount of days, then they're supposed to die and be replaced by new cells, fresh cells. But when the mitochondria is not working right, it simply means that the immune system also is not working right. And so some of these cells, they can fly under the radar. And so by flying under the radar, because the mitochondria is not working right, even our tumor suppressor genes, those will not be working right either. And so when those are not working right, then tumors and stuff start developing. And that's how we start having cancer and all of that kind of stuff. Um, so we have that. And then detoxification of the liver, detoxification of the kidney, detoxification of the colon. These are all things that the mitochondria working right will actually help to facilitate. Again, mitochondria not working properly, then all of these other stuff, the reverse is going to be true. So basically, as a human being, once your mitochondria is down, so will you. You cannot survive without the mitochondria. So basically, when the mitochondria is low, we're gonna have to fight mitochondrial diseases. We see those in the pediatrician ward. When you go there, all those kids failure to thrive. Then they develop learning disorder, autism spectrum disorder, ADD, ADHD, all of those kind of stuff start happening there. And so now they are not learning properly. They are at the less than 20th percentile for their head circumference, for their height, and for their weight. And it's just a lot of stuff not going right for a lot of these kids because the mitochondria was not right. We can have stuff like cardiovascular issues, neurological issues, renal failure, gastrointestinal issues, pulmonary issues. Um, like I said earlier before, one of the things we found out yesterday in about 100 men sitting down there is like the number one issue for the guys that were like a little bit over 40, 45 years old that they were complaining about is that erectile dysfunction. Imagine you're 45 or a 39 year old, 42-year-old hot wife at your home and you just have to be there looking at her. Then guess what steps in after that, folks? What is going to step in when, as a man, you can't take care of business at home? Then now you start going into depression. So we are trying to say, don't go down that road. Don't go down the depression road because with the depression road, you go down that road. Guess what? You start hearing voices in your head, and what these voices are going to start telling you all kind of foolishness. You're not worthy to be alive. You're not worthy to this. Then you start. You're not trusting your spouse or your partner anymore because you can't do anything. You can't help her sexually. You probably think that she's getting it from somebody else because why is she not depressed like you with you and all of that kind of foolishness. So we just need to get these things fixed so we can fix erectile dysfunction with what we're going to talk to you about later. Another thing that we're finding out is infertility issues. And back in the day, we used to always curse out the ladies and call them this and call them that, them barring them this, them that, only to find out also now that a lot of the infertility issues is our men. Guys, remember this. For every milliliter of sperm, you need 30 million of ejaculate, you need 30 million sperm cells. Less than 30 million, it's almost impossible to get anybody pregnant because you release your stuff into this lady, her body sees it as foreign and it's gonna try to kill it. That's why all these guys have to try to run to get to the egg quickly, fertilize the egg so that it can become encapsulated and lock off all of the stuff that her body is releasing to kill it. So, couple of things. You may have the number of cells, but what if they are not working properly? So I would say to my men, I know some of us live in North America and winter is coming and we want to show off with our nice leather seat, heated seat. Please sit on a cushion instead. Because your balls, your testes sitting on that seat, they get hot, they're going to overheat. Then that is going to reduce the motility and the number of sperm cells that your gonads are going to produce. God put them outside of the body for a reason. Because if they were up inside of our body, then the temperature up there would be too much for them. And so, yes, you go some of us like to join in the sauna and you want to get into the hot bath and have yourself a hot bath. No, let the ladies do that, men. Just leave that alone. All right. So that you can get your soldiers, they can be marching. You don't want the soldiers to make 10 steps and then all of a sudden they're tired already. So let's not go there. So when the mitochondria is low and it's not working right, here comes this culprit called inflammation. And when inflammation comes, it does not just come by itself. Because what it's going to do now with inflammation, it start damaging stuff around, start killing off the good cells. So now we're going to be developing. So now with that, it comes with free radical damage. Now, when we get free radical damage, then come oxidative stress. And then now we start aging. We're older than we really are. Think about this. You are as old, or your organs in your body are as old as you are. So if you're 50-year-old, your heart is 50 years old, your lung is 50-year-old, your blood vessels are 50 years old. And depending on how you have treated your body, your organs, your internals may be 10 years older than you are. So just think about that. So when we get all of this stuff inside, we're looking at issues now that we are dealing with from a cardiovascular perspective. So based on 9 years of scientific research of what we're talking about here, the cells in our body, poor functioning of the mitochondria is responsible for numerous dysfunctions that can result in diseases. From a cardiovascular perspective, we're looking at stuff like hypertension, we're looking at stroke, arrhythmias, heart failure, atherosclerosis, cardiomyopathy, just to name a few from that side. And when we go to the endocrine issue, we're dealing with hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, diabetes mellitus, diabetes insipidus. We're dealing with goiter, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and the list goes on and on and on. We are looking at all kinds of stuff. Pheochromocytoma, you just go, the list goes on. Then we're looking at the cancers. We have the breast cancer, the lung cancer, the prostate cancer. We got the leukemia and the lymphomas. And then we also now are having mental issues like depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, you name it. And then neurodegenerative issues, Alzheimer's, dementia, Huntington, Parkinson's. So we are here, and so we are looking at stuff. So when you look at stuff like diabetes mellitus or diabetes insipidus, folks, we're looking at eye disorder, asthma, Crohn's, colitis, allergies. We're looking at inflammatory stuff like arthritis and other joint pain, the breast, the lung cancer, you name it. These are stuff that research has shown that they are as a result of poor performing mitochondria in our cells. If we take a quick look at even this thing here on your screen, it's a plaque that has been developed in one of our arteries. Could be an artery that feeds the brain or an artery that feeds the myocardium, which is the heart muscles. Now, if it gets occluded and gets blocked up, then all of a sudden, anything distal to that is going to lose the oxygen. So it's not gonna, those tissues not gonna get the nice oxygenated stuff that they require. And so they're gonna die from a process called necrosis. And that is how we get cardiovascular, that's how we get myocardial infarction, and that's how also we get strokes in our bodies. And again, all of these stuff is due to mitochondrial issue. One of the things that I like to talk about this is that what they taught us in medical school is that basically once you start having this stuff, once plaques build up in our vessels, the only thing that you're going to need is an angioplasty to get rid of it. However, we have learned also that the master antioxidant glutathione can actually help to get rid of the plaque from our vessels. But in order for the master antioxidant glutathione to do that, it is also going to need the help of the mitochondria. And it is so funny that the master antioxidant needs the help from the mitochondria, and the mitochondria also needs the help because it needs it also not to get rid of inflammation and to get rid of the free radical damage and to help it out. So if the body just works synergistically together. Now, I've given you all of that bad news. Let's go to something. How do we prevent or repair mitochondrial damage? Ultra Mito Restore, Ultra Mito Rejuvenate, Ultra Mito Renew. These are three products that our company, More Mito. This is the stuff that took Dr. Bevan Elliott over 9 years of research and development that he has come up with these products that is going to help to repair the mitochondria, re-energize the mitochondria. And so once the mitochondria start operating optimally again, then now we're going to see the body get into what we call equilibrium and start repairing the effects of this stuff. So when we talk about Restore, it is our liquid formula. It works from the inside out and it grows mitochondria to increase cellular energy and provide your body with the nutritional resources to restore, regenerate, and repair itself physically and emotionally. All right? So this is our liquid formula. Then now we have our topical gel. This one works from the outside in. It works on specific areas of concern. It is highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, your skin, any place on your body in an unwanted way. It also penetrates deep to affect tendons, ligaments, muscles, joints that may be experiencing one, pain and discomfort, two, mobility issue, three, lack of feeling, or poor circulation. So these are the first two products that we have. We have a third product. We're going to explain some about it to you in a minute. But remember, the Ultra Mito Restore is oil soluble, lipid. It's a lipid soluble ingredient, and it works from the inside out. The Rejuvenate, as you look at it here, is a topical gel. So the Rejuvenate comes to your house in this jar here. The Restore comes to your house in this bottle here. And then the Renew comes in tablet form. So the Renew, basically, we call it our body and brain. It is our hydrophilic water-soluble formulation. And the results are out of this world. And if you notice, it comes with 60 capsules. All right, so folks, just to let you know that we're going to have a question and answer period at the end. So please do not type your questions in right now, all right? They keep popping up on the screen. Thank you so much. So the Rejuvenate, the Restore, and the Renew, they use natural ingredients that are amplified and driven deep into the cell and into the mitochondria using, this is a medical breakthrough technology called XDS, Exponential Delivery System. How does it work? Think about a chain link fence. We've been hearing stuff about chain link fence in the news since 1 o'clock today. That's a whole different story. But think about a chain link fence and you have a bucket of tennis balls and you have a bucket of sand. And so you want to get both the tennis ball and the sand to the other side of the chain link fence. Now, let's try to put the balls on the other side first, the tennis ball. Take them to the fence, use some energy, squeeze them across. You get them there slowly, but eventually you get them across. That's regular way. That's probably even nanotechnology. But when you think about the sand that you want to get through the exact fence, you just take that bucket, you just dash it against the fence and all the sand cross and get on the other side, right? That is XDS technology. And that is how it works. So when you take these ingredients, whether topically, whether PO by mouth, or whether sublingually under the tongue, they get to the cell. No, people not listening. They get to the lipid bilayer of the cell. And the XDS technology is going to take them across and take them into the cytoplasm of the cell and right to the mitochondria. And then they distribute their ingredients directly to the mitochondria. So that is exactly how this exponential delivery system works. All right. So let's talk about the Restore quickly. It's an adaptogenic formulation. And what is it designed to do? So what Dr. Bevan Elliott designed this thing to do is to promote and stimulate free natural energy from the mitochondria that can outlast your longest day. So You know, about 2, 3 o'clock when you're at work or even at home, you feel that lull, you know, that drop in energy and all of that. No, man, you're not gonna be worrying about that anymore. No more need for those for the third, fourth, fifth cup of coffee. No more need for the energy drink because your mitochondria is doing what it's supposed to do. It is promoting that free natural energy that's going to outlast your longest day. It also enhances the brain's ability with the vision, the clarity, and the focus to meet your everyday challenge. Mood enhancement and chronic stress reducer, and it offers you deep and restorative sleep. Now, it offers cellular detoxification and repair, immune system enhancement with anti-parasitic and anti-pathogenic support. It offers body-wide system support for every major organ system. And watch this line here, the last line, it's the most important line of the entire presentation today. Because what it does, it enhances the ability for the body to manage itself and to maintain homeostasis, to bring the body back into equilibrium, into balance. So the products that we are offering you today are telling you about, they're not going to be healing your body or anything like that. What they are doing is that they are getting your body into balance, getting it back into equilibrium, getting it back into homeostasis. And then what's going to happen now is that your body is going to start prioritizing and healing itself one cell at a time, one tissue at a time, one organ at a time, one system at a time. So some folks are going to experience quicker results, some will experience moderate results, and some will take a little bit longer. But eventually, the body heals itself because now these ingredients are getting to the mitochondria, and the mitochondria is not operating poorly anymore. It's operating optimally to get things going. Now, here are some documented benefits, and this is very important. These are documented benefits of the superfoods that's included in this Ultra Mito Restore. I mean, excessive fatigue relief, healthy blood sugar support. So whether you have low or high blood sugar, it regulates what needs to be regulated so your blood sugar can be on a good level. Healthy blood pressure. So whether low or high, it's regulated. Heart and cardiovascular support. It offers general major organ system support, folks. Healthy weight loss. Persons, this documentation of persons having healthy hair and more youthful skin, get rid of those bags under the eyes and so on and so forth. Anti-parasitic, anti-pathogenic support, cholesterol improvement, immune response for persons living with arthritis, fibromyalgia, viruses, bad bacteria, fungi, mold. We have all of this documented stuff about this particular product, the Ultra Mito Restore. Now, the benefits of Restore can be especially important to persons who are experiencing extreme energy deficit from the effects of medication. Now, especially the medication, the antiviral medications, they are actually mitochondrial killers. They actually weaken the mitochondria. So persons with stuff like herpes simplex viruses, person with the HIV virus, any kind of viral infections that you're taking medication for, they actually, yeah, those that ends with the VIR and all of that, they actually hurt the mitochondria. All right. And some, based on some other research that we've seen out there, is that also some antibiotics can also hurt the mitochondria. Athletes that are thriving for extreme performance, the mitochondria can be especially beneficial to them because there's no banned substance in any of it. So they can take it and they can go train hard and they get good recovery and they can just continue. No water issues they're going to have. For persons whose occupation require problem solving abilities, you who are in accounts, you are in teaching, you're in whatever it is that you do, every job basically require problem solving ability. This is good for you. Why? Because it helps you to stay focused. There are ingredients that are in here that help you to remain focused. There are mood enhancers in here and so on and so forth. So for working moms and dads, you know, you come home from work, if you got to do the cooking, you got to take care of children, whatever it is that you have to do, this product will actually help you, you know, so that you don't have that lull, that tiredness. And so you complete your stuff at work, you come home, you do your chores, and then you relax, watch a little bit of TV, get to bed on time, sleep, wake up, and you're not waking up tired. So if you just want to be as healthy as you can be, try Restore today. And what you're going to do, you're going to launch a rescue mission for yourselves. All right. Now, how do you take the Restore? So as I said before, it comes in a glass bottle. It's supposed to be taken sublingually because it comes with an applicator. You're gonna fill it up to where it's a 1 milliliter, and you're gonna put that under your tongue, hold it for about 90 to 120 seconds, and allow it to be absorbed into the bloodstream without going through your stomach. So the recommended is that you take 4 milliliters per day, but I want you to take it 1 milliliter at a time. Don't put all 4 milliliters under your tongue because then the salivary glands are going to start producing a lot of saliva. It's going to make it more difficult for it to be absorbed. So you're going to take 1 milliliter at a time. Then once that is absorbed, then you take the second one, the third one, the fourth one, depending on how much you're going to take it. It can be taken in the morning or taken in the evening. It can be taken single dose or you can split it up. However, if you're dealing with chronic situations, you're dealing with chronic issues, like you've been on these high blood pressure medications for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you've been dealing with diabetes issues, you've been dealing with all of these issues, I want you to triple up on your first go around. Just give your mitochondria a boost, give it a shot. So you may want to take 8 to 12 ounces per day when you first get started. So you're going to be just bombarding your cells, bombarding your mitochondria with this awesome technology that's going to re-energize it. So now it's going to start doing what it's supposed to do. Now, some persons are going to see results same day, immediately. We have had reports of persons like taking it in the afternoon and a couple of hours later, like especially those with eye issues, the place just light up like somebody just turned on an extra light in the middle of the day. And their eye persons who were able now to see, read fine writings, before they had to go stand in front of the TV to read the caption. No, they're sitting right in their chair and they are reading it right there and then with no issues at all, and so on and so forth. So again, it works, but for some folks, it's going to take longer. For others, it's going to go immediately. Do not judge your results based on everybody else. You're going to get your results because it's the body that is doing the repair and it is repairing what needs to be repaired one step at a time. What you are going to notice though is that you probably are going to have some signs showing that the body is detoxifying. So what you might have is a slight headache, just an annoying headache, nothing big like a thunderclap headache or migraine, just an annoying headache. Or you might find out that you want to sleep some more. This is because the toxins are being driven or pulled out of your body, and these are just some of the side effects of that. One of the other side effects which seems to be there is that a lot of folks probably found out they were not pooing more than maybe 4 or 5 times per week. They all of a sudden find themselves going to the bathroom 4 or 5 times per day. And that is because now the colon is being cleansed. Now, once you start taking this Ultra Mito Restore, I'm going to encourage you that you up your water intake, because you can find out that you probably will become constipated because of the stuff that's been in your colon for such a long time is now being cleaned out. So now you want to up your water intake for the day. So like I said before, those of you who have been dealing with complex issues for a very, very long time, you just need to be a little bit more patient because it's going to take time for your body to get back into equilibrium and so that it can start doing what it needs to do for you to get you better. Here are the 44 ingredients that are in the Ultra Mito Restore. There's ingredients in there that are anti-cancer, there's anti-diabetic, there are anti-hypertensive stuff in there. There are mood enhancers that are in here as well. There's stuff in here that slows down, and in some cases, we're getting reports of reversal of dementia. We have getting reports of also Parkinsonianism and Parkinson's disease being slowed down, stopping its track. One gentleman, somebody old, he's now drinking soup again with a spoon. So these are the kind of results that we are getting. There's stuff in here that enhances and help your libido again. All right, so a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of good stuff. And about 7 or 8 of the ingredients in here are anti-inflammatory. And about 3 of them are anti-diabetic. So Dr. Bevan Elliott formulate them in the right amount so that it can enhance your body's ability, and it's not going to cause problems to your organs. Because a lot of us, sometimes we can go buy the stuff from this Rasta man here, that Rasta man there, this guy over there, that guy over there. But guess what? The formulation and the efficacy, if it's not scientifically put together, it could cause more so liver damage more than anything else. All right. So you got to be careful of where you're getting your stuff from. What's the science behind it? So when we talk about the Ultra Mito Rejuvenate now, it takes care of anything that itches, that scratches, that breaks out, that irritates. Anything that causes you to have pain and discomfort. So whether it be knee pain, whether it be ankle pain, whether it be pain on the sole of your feet, whether it be muscular pain, whatever the pain is, even if you get a strain or an injury. My daughter was walking at home the other night, stepped badly off the sidewalk, have a strain. They took her to the hospital just to get some x-ray done. When we did the x-ray, it was just soft tissue. They told her she's not going to be able to do whatever for about 2 to 3 weeks. Rejuvenated. This happened on Saturday evening. By Wednesday, she was wearing her shoes back to school. So, do you want to get rid of some fine lines and wrinkles? Some of us work in the hot sun, that sun bake on our skin, give us all those fine lines. We're looking older than we naturally are, or something like that. Just get rid of them fine lines. This actually help with that. Sun damage gets rid of that. Burn, you get cuts and burns and other bruises for years. That scar that is there, if over time you notice that your skin come back full 100. All right. Insect bites, dandruff, other scalp issues, and so on. Those of us in Canada this year, folks, I don't know what happened this year, but those yellow jackets, those wasps have been out in all their glory this year. And they are very aggressive. They could have a nest on your house and you're walking by and cutting the lawn, and because the lawnmower disturbed them, they'll fly down and bite you. Like them paying rent. Anyway, so those bites, persons get bite, and some couple of folks who have this technology, they rub it on it, and within a couple of days, they were good to go again. Are you suffering from dandruff for a very long time, or do you know anybody who's been suffering from this dandruff for a very long time? It actually helps in order to do that. For the men, a lot of us who get razor bumps, it actually works. Because what happened with razor bumps is that when you shave, depending on what you use to shave, if you're using like a razor blades with the triple whatever, what happened is that the first blade pulls the hair, the second and third one cuts it. And then when it's released, it goes back under the skin. So when it's getting ready to grow again, sometimes it doesn't hit the pore. So it begins to curl up inside. And that's what's causing the razor bumps, right? So with that, I mean, I've even heard another testimony, somebody who had keloid skin because they pierced their ears and that stuff was happening bad. After about 2 to 3 months of applying the rejuvenate to it, they noticed that the keloid has been reduced. Now, so any kind of scars, moles, warts, or skin tags, persons are actually using this as a natural deodorant. Now, I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. If you go to the store to buy your deodorant, make sure that you read the label and do not buy the one that has aluminum in it, because that actually can cause lymphoma and other kind of cancer. So with that in mind, persons are actually using this as a natural deodorant, and it is giving them like 24-hour protection. Simply amazing. And then for a lot of folks who sweat a lot, they're finding out that their clothes, they don't have that much sweat when they use this as a natural deodorant. All right. It repairing for damage here, for foot care. So you're waking up in the morning or just going through your business through the day, and you're feeling this burning sensation of your foot bottom in your toes. You're feeling this burning sensation in your calf muscles and so on and so forth. Persons are applying this to it and they're finding that it is working right? It is getting rid of those joint pains and those tingling and so on. If you're having peripheral neuropathy from diabetes, nerve issues, it is people are getting a lot of relief from that. All right, so it is really, really working nicely. Persons are reporting that even for sinus infections, they put it on a Q-tip, massage it in their nose, and their sinuses are cleared out. So the benefits can be especially important to persons who want younger, fresher looking skin, who want a natural alternative to medication and discomfort, persons who want to sharpen their vision. Folks, persons are putting this thing directly on their eyelid. It's give a little bit of sting when you do it like that. And they are finding out that it is clearing up like those what you call those floaters that people are getting in their eye. Floaters are gone, vision has become clear again, and so on and so forth. Persons are talking about cataracts being reverse, glaucoma issues, macular degenerative issues. They're finding out that these are the results, good results that they are getting. So if you want to pursue a more vigorous athletic workout, this Rejuvenate is also good for you because now you can actually use it when you need to recover, and your recovery will be quickly. Do you just want to be as healthy as you can possibly be with less emotional stress and physical discomfort? Yes, this works for that. So we recommend that you order both the Restore and the Rejuvenate together. So they comes to your house, the Restore, the liquid formula, the Rejuvenate, the topical gel. This looks like Vaseline petroleum gel. That's what it looks like. Then what you're going to do is that you're going to take a milliliter and a half, maybe, from up the Restore, and you're going to apply to the Rejuvenate. Stir it together, get the formula, and then you can apply it. You're going to thoroughly massage it into and around the affected area. Reapply many times per day, as many times per day as possible or as needed. And then even after the discomfort is cleared up, we're going to ask that you continue to use it for a few more days for complete recovery. So that's how we recommend that you use that. Now, for some results will be seen in minutes, others gonna take days, some will take weeks to months, and so on. So issues including skin anomalies like moles and warts, skin tags, they will show results over time, especially depending on how much detoxification needs to be done. All right, again, especially folks who are on medication for a long time for chronic illnesses, it's gonna take a little bit more time because the war is real. The mitochondria is under attack, and some of the medication is attacking the mitochondria because it's still trying to work as best as it could, but some medications will affect. So now, once you give it back its strength, it gets optimal again, then it can ward off the effects of these medications. So the Rejuvenate, 22 ingredients. Take a picture of it, take a screenshot, and check them out online, and you can see exactly how they will work for you, and then you can have an idea of the efficacy of these ingredients. Now, third product, Ultra Mito Renew Brain and Body. This one now is here to enhance your mental and physical performance. It takes it to another level. So the Renew is a brain and body, and it will take your mental and physical performance to another level. It was created again by Dr. Bevan Elliott to work in concert with the Restore and the Rejuvenate to give you the power to be your best from the cellular level up. So when we look at these questions here, is your vision as good as it used to? Do you have less strength and stamina than you did when you were younger, maybe even 5 years ago? Can you remember things as well as you once did? Is your mind as sharp as it was? Has it become more difficult to maintain your blood pressure, your blood sugar, or even your proper weight? Is your immune system as strong as it once was? Or every time there's a change in the weather or whatever, do you get sick? Do you get cold very easy? And if and when you do get a cold, how is your recovery? Do you bounce back from injury or illness as quickly as you once did? Or does it take longer? Folks, if your answer to any of these questions is yes, you need to get the Ultra Mito Restore, Rejuvenate, and Renew. So the brain and body, it adds another dimension to the more mitochondrial strategy of health. wellness, and personal empowerment. It brings the water-soluble ingredients with which add additional effects with the growth of the mitochondria. This complements and extends the benefits of the oil-soluble ingredients in the Restore. So like I said before, the Restore is oil or lipid soluble. This Renew is water soluble. So now, whatever issues from a water soluble perspective is taken care of here. Whatever issues from the lipid soluble perspective is taken care of by the Restore. And then we have our topical gel. So we are coming at this thing from three perspectives. So no disease or sickness have a chance. All right, we just have them under manners, heavy manners, heavy manners. So these are the 16 ingredients that you notice that are in this brain and body. And so it is extremely good for us to look at these and do what needs to be done where they are concerned. All right, so you can take a picture of it again. You can go and read up on these stuff, and then you will actually see how these can actually and will actually help to enhance your health. So we talk about cause and effect. In the introduction, I told you that the reason for most, if not all, sickness and diseases is a result of low energy. So low energy, poor, and then now the source of energy for your cells is the mitochondria. So if the mitochondria in the cells of your body are performing poorly, it's going to result in low energy, and that's going to result in you having sicknesses and diseases. That's going to result in you having inflammation, oxidative stress, free radical damage. It's going to result in you now having the effects of aging messing with you. And then after all of that, here comes diseases, sicknesses, and chronic pain. So whatever it is that you're suffering from, you can actually associate it with poor functioning mitochondria. Poor functioning mitochondria. So if you get the mitochondria right, we're going to reverse the effects of inflammation, reverse the effects of oxidative stress, reverse the effects of free radical damage, and then now we're going to start seeing a reversal. The body now start healing itself from the inside out, from the outside in, from a lipid soluble perspective, from a water soluble perspective, and then now we're healing it from the outside in with the restore, with the rejuvenate. And so the body now, the mitochondria get right, the cell is empowered, and then now we start seeing the reversal of the effects of all of these damages that have been done over the years. So how do you get started? How do you get this technology? How do you get this product? Get back to the person that invited you to this presentation. They are going to give you their personal website. You sign up for free as a referring customer. And then when you get ready to order your product, we will show you exactly how to do that. So, give me 1 second here. So what's going to happen is that once you sign up, you're going to get your own personal website as well. And when you get ready to go and do your purchase, then you are going to just log on to your website and get your stuff done. So the person that invites you, if you look at this guy right here, they're going to send you their link. All right, they're going to send you their link. Once you click onto this link, you just put in your information, and then you'll get an email to confirm that this was you. You confirm your information. And then now when you get ready to buy, you go to People Shop More Mito, right here, you go Shop More Mito. And then you go to People Health Product. Hit on People Health Product. And then what's going to come up is you're going to see here, the Ultra Mito Restore, Ultra Mito Brain and Body, Ultra Mito Rejuvenate. These are the People Health products. We do have products for animals as well, for your pets. Then you're going to see the picture of Dr. Bevan Elliott. He's our chief formulator. He's the guy who took 9 years to develop the XPS system. And Dr. Campbell will tell you a little bit more about him as we go. The other thing that you're going to see is that you're going to see a lot of testimonials. You can log on to these testimonials, read upon some of them, listen. Some of them are actually audio. You can just listen to them and just to kind of give you a little bit more confidence of what we are saying. So when you get ready to purchase, you go here, buy now. So it is recommended that you do not buy them individually. You buy them as a bundle. Because when you do that, you actually end up getting discount or even free product. So for example, let's look at bundle number one. Take a look at it, bundle number one. So it comes with one bottle of the Restore, and you'll get 2 jars of the Rejuvenate. All right, that's what bundle number one is. And that actually the cost is $160 US. Then now, the next thing is that if you want to put it on auto ship to get it shipped to you for the next month, then you'll get another $10 discount. So it now becomes $150. Now, if you know other persons who are in pain and discomfort and you want to use this and build it as a business, then you can order bundle number two. So it comes with the bottle of Restore. It comes with your regular jar of Rejuvenate, but then it also comes with 12 mini jars of Rejuvenate. These you can use as sample. Give them out to your friends, your relatives, your co-workers, those you know who are in pain and discomfort. You don't need to drop any Restore in it, just give it to them. And then now watch this thing works for them, and then they'll come back and they'll say, hey, I want my own. How do I get this? And then now that is how you go forward. You send them your own personal website. They sign up as a free referring customer like you did, and then they can do the order. When they do order, you can get commission. You get a little bit of commission from there going forward. You can either use the commission as you can either take regular money, or you can take what we call Mito Cash. And the Mito Cash, you actually use it to purchase products, or you can gift it to somebody, and so on and so forth. Now, we have the brain and body. Folks, we have a problem. The brain and body, it's about 2 months old, and we are already out of stock. So we are already out of stock with this one. So they will announce to us when it's back in stock for the brain and body. But for now, the Renew, the Restore, and the Rejuvenate, they work well. They'll give you what exactly that is that you need. Because like I said, it's been 3 years of distribution. The brain and body is just the latest products. Been 2 months in circulation, and it's done. But persons have been using and getting great results from the Restore and the Rejuvenate. Okay, quickly before we move on. If you have been dealing with stuff for a long time, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, being on medication for high blood pressure, being on medication for diabetes, for kidney failure, for heart failure, asthma, COPD, all of those lung issues, pulmonary issues, and all of that, here is what I suggest you. You get the Super Bundle. So the Super Bundle now comes with 2 Restore, 1 Rejuvenate. And that's going to cost you $235. The first bottle of Restore, I suggest you go hard with it. 12 milliliters per day until it's finished. Because we are going hard after whatever it is that we are dealing. All right. And then now after you finish the first one, then you can go back to the maintenance dose of 4 milliliters daily going forward. But go hard with the first bottle so that you can actually get some quick results. Because I'm finding out just by interviews and by reading and following up with other people that most persons who do it like 8 to 12 milliliters per day, they are getting the best results, and they are getting them much, much quicker. So if you take a look at the prices for them individually, the Restore by itself, $110. The Rejuvenate by itself, $60. The mini jars, $60. The one for the Pet Life, Ultra Mito Pet Life, that one is also $60. And the brain and body, that one is also $60 by itself. All right, so those are the prices for those. For those of you who would be interested in counseling from a certified nutritionist, we have Dr. Dan, and for $30, you can get your counseling. And I think if you are on the auto ship, Marva can clarify that for us, that the counseling now will be about $20 or something like that. So that is what it is what we have to say. So here it is, folks. Most sickness and diseases are as a result of low energy. The mitochondria is the source of energy. So, and once you reach about 20, 25 years, because of the food we eat, the water we drink, the stress we put on our bodies, the environment that we live in, the mitochondria start operating poorly. And so we start experiencing the low energy. Think about it. It was like when you're in your 30s, late 20s, going into your 30s, that you start discovering that things were kind of going wrong in the body. That's because that's when the mitochondria was operating poorly, was getting in deficit. Here we are now telling you that you're probably in your 40s, 50s now. So you've been dealing with mitochondrial issues for the last 10, 15 years. Don't think it's just going to happen overnight and come back. It's not going to take 15 years to get there. But what I'm saying is that you need to get the product, you need to be patient, you need to be intentional, and you need to be aggressive about knocking these sicknesses and diseases out of your body and allowing your body to start healing itself from a cellular level. One cell at a time, one tissue at a time, one organ at a time, one system at a time, and the entire organism. Get well, get well, get well. Live pain free, live discomfort free. Live and live. Get back your virality. Get back your vitality. Get back to the strength. Get rid of arthritis. Get rid of cellulitis. Get rid of all the itises and get back to ultimate health by allowing your body to fix itself from the inside out. Back to you, Dr. Ken.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree with me that this is quality information of the highest order, top draw information, but a top draw company and a top draw product. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to say thank you, Dr. Desmond Samuels, for laying it on thick, giving us information that we do not hear every day, because no one can readily go on the internet and find this quality of information. They have to be invited to a call, such as this Moormitre call, to get it summarized in less than an hour of power that you get, that you might be 40, 50, 60 years old, and you may have never heard this information before. And you're saying all along, wow, you're sat on the edge of your seat. Your eyes pop open. Is it what he's saying for real? Is this true? Can I get my health back on track? Dr. Summers, we thank you for confirming that we are living in the era of the mitochondria. The word is getting out. They have not told us a lot about it. What they tell us about is a diggle, diggle, the cat and the figure. But ladies and gentlemen, in the age of the internet, in the age of TikTok and social media and YouTube, the information is coming to us about the real composition of the body and that we can indeed get our health back on track again. Thank you again, Dr. Samuels, for giving a new scope of hope for people to cope. And the good news for you, ladies and gentlemen, is that Dr. Samuels, and can I give you an extra special piece of the pie? We are seeing Dr. Lensworth Broomfield, sorry, on the call also. We have two the hard way, two MBBS doctors that are prepared to answer your questions about the mitochondria and what sort of hope it can give for the condition that you have. You may have had 98% of your questions answered. We are willing to let you go home with full 100, everything that you wanted to hear. And then you might even hear some testimonials from other people. So stay tuned. We have Dr. Desmond Samuels and Dr. Broomfield who are prepared to take questions and answers. Think about the questions if you have any, and be prepared to raise your digital hand when Lady Marva Lindsay comes to guide that part of the presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to say to you, as Dr. Samuel said, as in relation to Dr. Elliott, I would say a little more about him. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we have the product that we have is because some scientist was willing to be humble enough to ask God to guide him to make a product. What sort of product did Dr. Elliott want to make? Dr. Elliott went to God and said, God, just like every family of mankind, I see diabetes in my family. I see high blood pressure. I see cancer, eating people alive. I see friends and families dying from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and other neurological disorders. I see women who have fibroids and persons with fibromyalgia. I see friends with prostate issues, IPSA levels, prostatitis. I see persons with urinary issues, women with menopausal issues, persons with hormonal imbalances, and the list goes on and on. And it says, God, help me to make a product to help my family and friends and others to die of old age and not to keep on dying from disease. You know, the Bible says God will give you the desires of your heart. Help me, God. Just as how you help Noah to build a ark, and he did not go to ark building university at his time. God taught him. He said, God, teach me how to make a product. It's not now available, but I see too many people are dying too early, aging too fast, suffering too much, living impoverished and dying bankrupt. Teach me to make a product to help people to die of old age and not from disease. You know what he did? Yes, as a scientist that went to university and got his PhD in chemistry and in physics, MS and MSc. He's one of America's brightest sons, like our CEO, Roger Hill. Bright, brilliant Einsteins and Isaac Newtons of our modern day time. And he took all his scientific qualifications, even in nanotechnology. He's a specialist. He came to Jesus and said, Jesus, see my scientific qualifications here as a good scientist. Now, please, Lord, teach me how to make a product to help people die of old age and not to die from disease. He's on record to say, that's Dr. Elliott, and Jesus said to me, use these plants, these ingredients in certain quantities. This is over a 9-year period. And then God said, I want you to target the mitochondria. That's what I want. And I want you to do it in such a way that it will go straight to the cell, exponential delivery system, beyond nanotechnology. Ladies and gentlemen, to get these 44 plant nutrients as in the restore, to sublingually, straight into the blood, straight to the cell, past the lipid bilayer of the cell into the cytoplasm, past the lipid bilayer of the mitochondria. Mankind has never been able to cross the lipid bilayer of the mitochondria and deliver many of the nutrients in the product right into the heart of the mitochondria. What does that do? Revive, rebuild, restore, rejuvenate, resuscitate, replace worn out, dead or dying dysfunction mitochondria with new ones and allow your cell to function at the highest energy level, like when you're a teenager or just a child. Ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about the game changer. This is how your body heals again. This is how you get back your health on track again. This is how Stella got her groove back again. And you are next in line. As you get your product, you get it, you bless it, you take it, and see what Jesus do for you. How does that sound for you? Could you get it more simple than that? Jesus said, get the products, bless the products, and allow the products to do what they are designed to do, go straight to the mitochondria, and the mitochondria that heals the body will then begin to heal you. It doesn't matter the name of the issue in your tissue. Your mitochondria was made by God to heal you. Our products, we don't talk about calling all the names of diseases. We just focus on the mitochondria that does 500 functions in the body. In other words, it does everything. And then it will do what it needs to do to fix the issues in your tissues. And just like other persons on this call, you will get your testimony and you will also have a new life story. This is where we're at. I invite you to come and join us. And our third person of the three wise men is our president, Mr. Dale Bonet. So, listen, gentlemen, there you have it. A powerful company, Moormito in the United States. Just less than 15,000 people. 3 years. We're inviting you to come and be part of the mighty army and move into a world of 8 billion people to give them a new scope of hope for people to cope. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep quiet now and get out of the way of greatness. I'm going to invite Lady Morva Lindsay to conduct this session. Somebody has already raised their hand to say something. And then also we'll invite both Dr. Desmond Samuels and Dr. Lensworth Broomfield to answer the questions that you may have in terms of how these products can respond to the condition that you have. Lady Marva, are you able to come on now, please?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Thank you, Dr. Samuels, Dr. Campbell, and thank you, Dr. Bloomfield, for dropping by. We appreciate you all so much. And we appreciate everybody coming in. And now is the time you can speak directly to one of these doctors, whatever choice you have. So in order to do this in an orderly manner, you can press the reaction button and it will give you the opportunity to choose to raise your hand. Now, the microphones are all open. So when you come, you just open it. However, do not open your microphone until you're instructed to do so, because your background might be noisy, which will be interrupting the conversation. So if you do open your microphone, I will mute your mic. Okay. Don't be offended. Raise your hand. And also, I've opened the chat, so you can put your message in there. Someone put a message directly to me, but it's not my call, so I put it back into the general chat. Okay, so don't send it directly to me if it's a question for the doctor. I'm only going to be a nurse in 2 years. Thank you. So we've got Ethne, who has raised her hand already from long time. Open your mic, please.
Yes, good evening,
Good
and
evening.
thanks.
You're welcome.
My hand is raised to ask a question to the doctor.
Mhm.
I have noticed that when I am using the three products, the Restore, the Rejuvenate, and the Renew, my blood pressure is lowered tremendously. Like, okay, day before yesterday, my blood pressure was, after taking the Restore in the morning, about 7 o'clock or thereabouts, I take the Renew about 11, and then I take some more Restore in the evening, and I'm rubbing with the Rejuvenate throughout the day. But my blood pressure on Friday, it was 108/59. This was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then in the night, I took another dose of the Restore and another dropper of the Restore, and my blood pressure dropped. I did not take my blood pressure at that point in time, but I could feel the effects of low blood pressure. And I had to get up and suck on a bit of rock salt and drink water. But why is it that my blood pressure would be lowered? Is it that my adaptogens are not adaptogenic? Sorry.
What are you on high blood pressure medication?
No, I'm not.
All right. What is your normal blood pressure?
I'm normal. I would have a very good. I'm a 120/80.
All right.
As
So
usual.
even the 1.5 of 115/59 is not bad, but the
108.
products. Pardon me?
108 to 108/59. Yeah.
Yeah, some people would Some people give a lot to get that. But because your normal is usually 120/80, what is happening is because these products, they have antihypertensive ingredients in them, and they will lower your blood pressure. So I would not, in your case, I would reduce the Renew to 1 per day.
No, I only take it one. I only take one per day.
All right.
But I don't want.
How much of the Restore are you taking?
When I was taking I'm only taking it a week now, the Renew, and I would take the Restore two times, sometimes three. The day when I was feeling real bad, I had taken another. I wasn't sure why I was feeling like that, and I took another dose of the Restore, another drop of the Restore, and I think that pushed it further over the top. And I really was not feeling well at all.
Are you dealing?
Not really afraid to lie down, but
Are you dealing with other medical issues?
No.
All right. So in your case, yes, the other reason why I asked it, and I'm sure Dr. Bloomfield will come in and assist me with that. But in your case, because you're not dealing with any other medical issues, I would like you to take it just as in the sense for preventative maintenance. So in your case, I would not go more than 2 milliliters of the Restore per day. I wouldn't do more than that because you're not.
I'm not. I'm not. I know I'm taking it for maintenance, but I would like to. Okay, I'm a previous cancer survivor of 10 years, ovarian cancer, almost 10 years in January next year. So I want to take as much of this thing so that, this stuff don't come back, not. Okay, remember that I'm supposed to take 4 milliliters, which is 4 droppers.
But I'm saying to you is that if it is dropping your blood pressure and you're not dealing with any chronic illnesses and stuff, from a medical point of view, I am saying cut down to half, because apparently your body is not in any kind of crisis situation, and I don't want you to drop your blood pressure too low. Dr. Broomfield, are you there, sir? Maybe he's there. Yeah, so I don't want you to drop your blood pressure.
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
All right, chime in when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying is that, yes, I know the recommendation says 4 milliliters per day, but if you're taking the 4 milliliters per day and it is reducing your blood pressure too low, I would cut it in half. It's just like if you go to your doctor and he give you a particular kind of medication, and let's say you're taking 500 ml per day, and it is your numbers are looking good. He's not gonna keep you on the 500 ml. He's probably gonna cut it down to 250. So apparently you are doing something right even since you have that cancer for that long time. So basically with this technology now, it's to keep your immune system right, and so it seems like you're eating right, it seems like you're sleeping right, and so on and so forth. So this now is just to help to build your immune system and ward off the recurrence of this cancer. Dr. Bloomfield, go ahead, sir.
Yes, Doc, I would say the same exact thing, because we have what you would call then an individual response to a drug, and so the same thing doesn't necessarily work the same way in everybody in terms of what the particular dosage does. So I would say the same exact thing: reduce the amount that you take.
Right. Thank you, Doc.
All the time.
Go ahead, Marv.
Thank you very much. I must say I've already given the instructions. Please do not open your microphone when your hand is not up and you're not told to open it. I'm begging you, please. Okay? So if you give the instructions again, if you want to speak to the doctor, press the reactions button and take the option to raise your hand, and I will definitely call you out. Okay? Thank you.
Mr. Linton said he would take 5 points of my low numbers. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. It says Ed Monique. Is that what it says? That's all I'm seeing because my things are is big. Go open your microphone, please. Your hand is up. Go ahead.
Thank you all and doctors. Thank you for your lovely presentation. I undergo chemo and radiation. What is the best product to use, or what's the best thing to do concerning my immune system?
How long ago was the chemotherapy? Chemo radiation? How long ago did you do this? Pardon me?
5 months ago.
Okay. So we want you to build back up your immune system and the what kind of cancer was it?
Breast cancer.
Breast cancer. Okay, perfect. So here's what you're gonna do. You are going to do the sublingual, the restore. You're gonna do the restore to build back up your immune system. So have you ever been on this product before? No?
No, it's the
Okay.
first time I'm hearing about this.
First time you're here. So I would say for the first week or so, you do 8 milliliters, but still monitor your blood pressure and your blood sugar level. But for the first week or so, 7 to 10 days, you do 8 milliliters per day, 2 at a time. 2 in the morning, 2 midday, 2 in sometime in the mid-afternoon, and then 2 before you go to bed. Do that for the first 7 to 10 days. And I also want you to use the gel to massage your the area where the scar tissue was, where they took the lump from. So did you do a mastectomy? Did you do a lumpectomy? What did you do?
Mastectomy.
Okay. So we want to help you to also take care of that, take care of those scar tissues. And then is it just one breast you took off, right?
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
So now you're gonna want to take care of the other one. These things have a mind
So
of their own. So just take care of the other one by massaging it with the rejuvenate.
I still need to use the gel on the other side, or is it just the
Use it
section
on
that
both.
was-
Use it on both.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Thank
want to do preventative maintenance.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you so much for chiming in. We appreciate you so much. So we have someone in the chat.
Let me ask Dr. Bloomfield a question.
Mhm.
So Dr. Bloomfield, somebody put in the chat that they are beyond baby, I think they said baby making, something like that. The person has passed childbearing age, has had a myectomy about 24 years ago, but the fibroids have returned and they are bleeding. Could you talk to us about menopause? I don't know if she's menopause, but can you just talk to us about menopause and fibroids, even for a couple of minutes?
Okay, now. Yes, so I had a myomectomy, he had removed the fibroids and they returned. But one of the things though about fibroids and menopause is that they should be less of a problem when you enter menopause. And fibroids, they tend to shrink. Even persons who have fibroids, they tend to shrink at that time, even though they may become calcified after a while. And the whole hormonal change here with the estrogen won't be there to drive it. So it's kind of concerning to me too, that you have fibroids after menopause, and it seemed to be problematic. But let me ask, when you say fibroids, it has been diagnosed, you have done ultrasound for it, and it's showing that you have fibroids again.
That is exactly where I was hoping that you would go with it. So we want to know, is that, has it been diagnosed by your primary care physician that it is fibroids? Because not only Dr. Bloomfield, not only has they said the fibroids have returned, but they're also saying that there is bleeding, and it is extremely concerning to me for a person also to go into, say, menopause and have bleeding. So they need to go and make sure from an ultrasound.
We're not hearing you, doctor.
Seems like my sound is gone. Huh? Okay, it's
Yeah.
not my sound, it's Doc's sound gone. Okay. I'm not hearing either.
Okay, did you hear what I just asked? What I just said?
No, you
No.
were gone for a while.
Okay, so what I was saying is that like you said, we need them to go get an ultrasound to ensure that it's the fibroids that has returned, and to rule out uterine cancers. Just call it as it is. Correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, because this thing, it can be one self-diagnosed, and it's not good to self-diagnose. At times you can arrive at the wrong diagnosis. And secondly, even if a doctor tells you that fibroids have returned, it's not a must that the doctor is correct without doing the right diagnostic steps. And
she has also
sometimes
said bleeding has returned as well.
and
So that is
yes,
very concerning.
bleeding is very concerned, because postmenopausal bleed, as we call it, is something that raises your red flag. It raises our antenna,
Yes.
and necessitates further investigations. And
Dr. Bloomfield, we had
yeah,
a midwife in the hospital in Jamaica.
yes, sir.
58 years old, and she's around doctors every single day. And she has not gone to do her pap smear, not gone to do her mammograms. And she works with us in the hospital. Age of 58, the bleeding came back. And when we did the check, she was stage 3.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the gynecologists, all of them, that whole OB/GYN department, they were just crying. Everybody was just they were upset with her, but they were sympathetic with her also, because this is something that she knows. This is something that she deal with on a daily basis. You're the resident
Mm-mm.
midwife. You're not supposed to have this issue.
Mm-mm. And yes, because I am wondering if in that case, if it is fear, that can be a terrible thing, fear of knowing, and
Yeah.
and that possibility of something bad. But it's always good, yes, to be brave and by take the necessary steps. And that is so disheartening what you just said a while ago. That so disheartening.
Everybody in there was crying. Everybody in there was crying because they could not believe that she works with us like that. And now she's at stage 3, and with potentially this thing is going to take her out. And she was, as I said in the beginning, those of us who are part of the Pentecostal Apostolic Church, we need to wake up, because everything we think that because you speak in tongues and you heko masha and you tie me bow tie, that everything is all right. No, we need to be wise and use wisdom. Go to the doctor and get checked out. All right. Back to you, Dr. Marva Lindsay.
It's Nurseman, sure. Good, good day. Mary, you're up next, please. Please open your microphone.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, rather. My name is Mary,
Good
and
evening,
I
Mary.
am learning so much about your product. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I have not heard any person talk about weight loss, although I see that it says that it does help you for that. So how does this product help you with weight loss?
It
All right.
helps
So
me.
when we talk about the mitochondria, source of energy, right?
Yes.
So mitochondria being the source of energy, it is going to help to speed up the metabolism. And when the metabolism gets speeded up, then it's gonna burn fat. And so a lot of persons are experiencing healthy weight loss, no saggy skin, and so on and so forth. It's not going into overdrive that they're losing 10, 15, 20 pounds per week or something like that, but it's healthy, gradual weight loss. So yes, we have a lot of testimonials on that. Lots.
Is there a certain amount that you should take, or
No,
um,
people are getting the weight loss, the result based on following the specific guidelines and instructions from what the company said they're supposed to
okay, I'm mostly concerned about that. I have some other issues, but I'm doing okay.
take. Mm-hmm.
However, I hope that when I order, my sister Alice Dorsey is into the product, and she's been talking to me about it. So I will be ordering soon, like tomorrow. And
Awesome.
I've learned a lot today. So hopefully, I will get started with it, and I will look for results for weight loss and other problems that I have.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So
Yay.
Dr. Broomfield, again,
Yeah.
as the lady mentioned, as Mary mentioned about weight loss, talk to us a little bit about losing, what to do if we find out that we are losing weight too quickly without trying. What could be the cause of that, and how do we even know that we're losing it, maybe, and so on and so forth, and what we should do when we find out we're losing weight quickly without even trying.
Okay. All right. So how can we know that we are losing? A lot of persons discover that they are losing weight because they realize that their skirts, their dresses, their pants, their shorts, whatever is now fitting loose or more loosely than it used to be. So that is one thing that persons would tell you when they are come to be interviewed by the doctor. Otherwise, they may look on themselves in the mirror and create an impression of that in their mind. Or some persons have bathroom scale at home, or they can be weighed otherwise. For severe weight loss, it has to be severe for you to look and see, like in your face there, in front of the ear and a little bit above the temporal fossa. You may realize that is kind of caved in, so to speak, but that is when the weight loss
I'll call you back.
is
I asked a
advanced
question on the call.
and all of that. But losing weight without trying is not necessarily a good sign. It means that there is something there which is causing the body to either consume a lot of energy, burn more energy than usual, or in an abnormal way, or it could be simply real decrease in eating, drastic decrease in eating for a while. That would be because if you decrease eating, then the body has a way of conserving energy when it senses that enough calorie not coming in or less calories coming in. What it does, it slows down the metabolism. And so it helps to safeguard against that, extra extreme weight loss. Just the same. And just to mention, that's one of the reasons why withholding food or eating less doesn't work for a lot of people trying to lose weight. They will tell you but after I don't hardly eat, but the weight not coming up, the body slows down the metabolism and holds on to the weight. So for you to really lose weight, for decreased appetite, you would have to be really like almost starving yourself. So, right. So things like, we start with the more benign ones, like diabetes, for instance, can cause you to start have this weight loss, because of course, when you eat the starch, which is broken down into sugar, like glucose, it's not being able to be utilized, like say by the muscles, to carry out its exertion function. And so the sugar stays here in the blood and get high, while the muscles have to find alternate means because this sugar is not being taken up in the muscle. So you'll find that the fat is now broken down and being used for energy. And so you find that you'll lose weight. And you have other reasons, so come on to cancer. We don't like to call that word, but it's one of the big things that would be thought of when someone goes to a healthcare professional and find that they're losing weight and they're not trying to lose weight. So those are just two examples, but the bottom line is that it should not be taken for granted. I guess that's where Doc wants us to go. It should not be taken for granted that you're losing weight without trying, and you should really get it checked out.
Correct, sir. That's exactly what I was hoping you would share with us. Thank you so much. Back to you, nurse.
Thank you. And I must say, encourage Mary that you don't have to go on in a strict diet, but you can tweak. Like I started to I lost some weight, and those my muscles are toned up without lifting weights. Dr. Samuels, I probably should share the pictures with you. I shared it with Dr. Campbell. It was a great change. It was embarrassing to show those pictures, but now I'm feeling better because things are happening so greatly. I started adding lettuce, and I like tomatoes. So I put tomatoes. I didn't like cucumber because I couldn't digest it, but I find that I can digest it better now. So I incorporate that. I have more cabbage. I cut back way back. I stopped eating beef. I don't eat hot dogs or hamburgers. Even the smell of it make me nauseous now. But I'm losing the weight. I am not running. Of course, I had an accident the other day and my feet doesn't work with running yet. I can walk, but I can't run. And so, it's not that you have to go on a strict diet for me. I don't have to go on a strict diet. I just watch what I eat, cut back on the starch. If I'm going to eat rice, I don't have more than a spoon of rice or even less, and fill my plate with a salad and whatever I'm having, chicken or fish, and it works well for me. I get full. I drink water. I put some lemon into the water, and it's great for me.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so now we have Franklin. Who's next? You can open your mic, please. Mary, I'm going to close your mic. Okay, great. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Yvette here.
Okay.
As we are talking about weight loss, do the products help you to like maintain muscles? You don't lose muscles when you take them, and or it help to enhance? Does it help to enhance muscle? And what about other essential vitamins? Do we get them from the products? I was thinking about a product named berberine too, but I don't see the ingredient there.
You
So
mean berberine for lower blood sugar?
like for
Yeah, I know
berberine
that.
help with weight loss too.
Right, and I see it on the natural food store about that it helps to lower blood sugar and all of that. But
Yeah.
what? Yeah, so talking about muscle mass and so on and so forth. The product. So if you're losing muscle mass and the product is going to help now to find what is the root cause for you losing the muscle mass, and then so you can now start doing things to enhance the rebuilding of the muscle. All right. So I don't see any of the ingredients here. I don't know if Dr. Broomfield will chime in. I don't see anything when I was going through the ingredients about muscle mass building, but I see where whatever is causing you to lose the muscle mass, it can stop it, halt it, but then you now have to go ahead and start doing the stuff to rebuild the muscle, like the exercises, the walking, and so on and so forth. Right, Doc? Mm,
Mini Wally.
yeah, calm, Tom.
Okay, Dr. Bloomfield, you still there, sir?
Hi, yes. I I know that sorry, I was on another call briefly. So I didn't hear the last part, but I know I heard about the question about the berberine.
Right. So what the lady has asked is about muscle mass building. So what I was saying was that this product itself is not gonna build the muscle to prevent or stop what is causing the wasting. But now once the wasting is over, then now you'll have to do other stuff to rebuild the muscle, the exercises, the weightlifting, and so on and so forth. So that's what I was
Yes. Yeah, that sounds perfect to me, Doc. Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm just gonna mute your mic here for a moment. Just so because the background is kind of noisy, and then if you need to speak, I'm gonna open it. Okay, thanks.
No,
Go
no,
ahead,
let her
please.
talk because that just confirmed what I just said. So let her talk.
Okay.
Language.
Okay,
Go
you can
ahead.
reopen your microphone.
Well, I guess okay, go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. I was just thinking about like when we age, we like the hands get slack. They right at the what you call it, the tricep or the bicep, right?
Bicep.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. Yes, I know that things break down and stuff when we age, but it doesn't have to do that in an accelerated way. We can do exercises, and as long as we're not having muscle wasting away by sickness and disease like cancer, like diabetes, we don't have to waste away like that. And even if you're diabetic and you're wasting away, you can get the doctor to change your medication, and that can also prevent the wasting, and then you can also start rebuilding the muscles again.
Okay. I don't have diabetes. I just struggle with arthritis, but I don't really take the medications.
How
I,
heavy are you?
I am the last time I weighed I was 180.
How,
Four,
how tall are
four
you?
five,
Huh?
5'4".
5'4" and 180 as a female?
Yes.
I need you to get it down to about 145.
Yeah, I know. I need. I need to get some weight loss going. I
Mm-hmm.
was hoping that would be a product for that.
Actually, the weight, this is a good product for weight loss, but I can also tell you that the Rejuvenate actually helps with building ligaments and tendons. Other persons have reported that that has happened to them. So it can help with your arthritis issue. Because remember, though, the arthritis, a lot of it is inflammation, and these
Yeah.
products are anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
Doc. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, I just wanted not to lose opportunity to mention, as someone has just mentioned about basically like muscle loss as one ages. So sarcopenia, and that is specifically another thing, one of the things that that dysfunctional mitochondria has been mentioned
Right.
to be able to cause or to be associated with. So that the person who had mentioned that, then this product is an ideal product to use in helping to slow down that process.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Yes, Doc. Go ahead, Marv. I think it's June Kelly.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And June, go ahead. Please open your microphone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you
Good
for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My sister has Alzheimer's. She's about 75. I think I listened to one of the testimonies about the products helping someone who had Alzheimer's. Like, I don't know what stage it was at. Is there any case that's too severe that these medication wouldn't be able to get to the mitochondria to start working on someone with Alzheimer's?
Well, the thing about these ingredients is that they're always going to get to the mitochondria. They're always going to start doing stuff. Now, it depends on how far gone you are and in certain degree, but based on what we're learning, it for those who are like in their fifth and sixth year, it has actually shown a lot of slowing down of the process, because as you know, sometimes when you get so far gone, it's like only about maintenance at this time and so on and so forth. So if for the early onset, yes, we have seen better results. But the later onset, it's more so about slowing it down and to because there was one guy who started to recognize his grandchildren again, and he was like in his fourth year. Because they told us that when dementia sets in, their lifespan is basically around 7 to 8 years with it. So we have seen cases, even with somebody who has Parkinson, we have even seen cases where they are drinking soup again with a spoon and it's not spilling. So the best thing to do is to just give the product a try and see how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Someone here is private chatting me, so it's not going to work. So let me put this out in so you can see, doctor. Okay. Okay. If someone has did I say that one?
Sarcoidosis.
Sarcoidosis. Which of the product can be used for this condition? I don't know what that condition is, but you're the doctor.
Sarcoidosis, autoimmune system. This is where the body's cells that's supposed to protect it, they start attacking themselves. So we just get Dr. Bloomfield to talk a little bit about sarcoidosis, and then we will explain what product to use and how.
Okay, doctor, check your WhatsApp. I just sent you something, please.
Sarcoidosis. Right. So sarcoidosis is, one of those we call multisystemic disease. It can affect various systems in the body. It is linked with inflammation in the body, and it can, cause terrible discomfort for persons. But it is a disorder of the immune system, of course. But apart from that, the entire gamut of what causes it is uncertain or is unknown, even though there are things which can be linked with it. But whatever it is, like I said before, it is associated with inflammation, and most cases of it occur in the lungs, where you have inflammation with lymph node formation, nodules, and it can be associated with other things such as hypercalcemia or high calcium level as well. And these lumps or bumps, they can occur not only in the lungs, but you can have swelling in the face as well, swelling other places in the skin and that kind of stuff. So in terms of this product with it, the fact, what I would say is the fact that we mentioned that it is highly linked with inflammation, and this product has a wide barrage, a gamut of anti-inflammatory. I would see where there is a place for it as well, and that's the beauty of it. So while it targets the mitochondria, it has other benefits, high quality benefits. One of the chief things is as an anti-inflammatory agent, and as Doc mentioned earlier, anti-hypertensive agent, anti-diabetic agent, and that kind of stuff. So I would see where the product has a good reason for application, both the restore and the rejuvenate, you know, to rub if there is topical skin lesions. And bear in mind that sarcoidosis, it can cause fatigue and tiredness, and night sweats, can cause joint pains as well, you know, and like I said, skin changes, rashes and all of that. So it can be used both internally, and the cream can be rubbed on the skin and the body where these lesions are.
Okay, I have nothing to add to that.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I see Franklin hand is up again. Okay. Open your mic, please.
Sunday morning, as residents rushed to.
Yeah, please
Yes,
take down your background, please. Take down your background noise, please.
I take down the background.
Okay.
I know of a person in India is up for knee replacement surgery. I thought I heard him say that it was at stage 4. I don't know if there's such a thing, but you doctors will know. Could the products help him, or would he have to go through with the surgery?
What we have had, and I'm going based on other person's experiences. The knee, we have seen where there have been reversals because
Not knee, sorry, hip replacement. Sorry,
hip replacement.
Yeah.
I'd have to double check in there to see if there's anything about that. But if it can help the knee, it should also be able to help the hip as well.
Yeah.
But I'll have to double check on that.
And I have a church brother. He is very swollen. The feet are very swell until they are burst. They have a lot of bumps. I went to visit him today, and they had a lot of like boils, and some of them turn into sore and all of that. And he said that the doctors can't find his complaint. I bought one of the samples, and I beat him off and rub it on his foot, but I don't know if that alone will help.
Well, that's a start. We'll see how it goes. But he needs to get on the product and go hard on.
The thing is, he is not able to because of his condition. He hasn't been working, He has not been able to walk for many years now, and he's not able to manage to buy them, and I am not able to buy them for him. So I don't know if you have a system or anything or
What
something.
country is it?
Jamaica.
Okay.
But he's terrible. He
How old is
can't
he?
he can't walk now. He's supposed to be in his 50s,
He's a young person.
early 50s.
Well, we'll have a discussion with the crew, because we had one lady that came on the corporate call, and she reached out and persons were able to donate Mito cash. We'll see what can be done on this end.
Okay, I would be grateful if somebody could help him, because I want to help him, but I'm not able to. And he's hopeful that he will walk again, but he's in a bad condition, and doctor can't find his complaint. He's supposed to go back to a specialist on the 23rd of next month. I don't know if they will find any complaint, because they give him a lot of tests to take, and all of those tests don't reveal what is wrong with him.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Campbell and we'll talk to Dr. Campbell after, and then we'll see if one of these meetings we can put something out to see if we can do what they did at the corporate level. We'll see how that.
Okay, thank you. So the person in India with the hip replacement, the best thing to do for now would to go through with the surgery or what?
When is the surgery due for? When is the surgery due?
I'm not sure how soon he's supposed to do the surgery. I just
Well,
heard
we
of
have
the
had
condition.
well, what we have had is cases where persons were scheduled for surgery within like 5 to 6 weeks, and they get aggressive and intentional with the product, and surgeries were canceled when they go in for the pre-surgery checkup. So, and for other situations. So,
I haven't spoken to him. I was just trying to find out before I try to contact him, because I don't really have the person's number.
Here's what I'm going to suggest, Yvette. Because your questions have taken quite some time. I have to speak to you off the air because of the facility over there now. Thanks for understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, people are still sending me direct messages. If Joyette and the doctors don't see it, I might miss it. So please do not direct it to me. Send it to everyone. Okay. Thanks, Linton. Go ahead, please, sir. Linton, Snowball.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, nurse. Thank you, nurse.
Galang.
Nurse Lindsay. Like Doctor, just greetings, everyone. Fascinating stuff as usual, and I love the tag team between the two doctors. But just to join in on weight loss matter. I over a 30-day period lost 10 pounds. That was deliberate. And how did the products contribute? I started a boot camp where I was doing all kind of cardio, weightlifting kind of stuff. And so it helped. So the product by itself, I mean, I hear a lot of questions. Will the product help this? Will the product help that? I mean, one of the things that drew me to this product is that it's not a drug. What it is, it's food that is going straight into the cell. And as Doc explained earlier, it's going to pass through some fancy lipid layer that he talked about. I don't go into those terms, but it's going to get straight into the mitochondria, empower the mitochondria to do all kind of exciting things in my body, which has been happening. So it's curing nothing. It's working. It's empowering my body to fix all kind of things. And one of those things is I've been losing weight. Yes, I go to a 1.5 hour boot camp, which is rigorous. It's like army training. And when I'm done, I am beat. But within the hour of finishing, I feel like I can go again. Yeah. Why? As I learned and understand how this thing works, is going to empower my mitochondria to tell my cells that, hey, be restored, be empowered, be invigorated. And so the recovery time that would normally take, which is normally a day pain, I don't have those pains anymore after a vigorous workout. Yes. By using these products as well, I am finding that my appetite is not like before to eat the 10 dumpling and the 5 leg of chicken. No, not so much. But I don't have that kind of appetite again. So it is going to impact my weight loss because now I'm going to start burning fat. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm down from 40 waist down to, my belt is now being pulled up to 37. Exciting stuff. Yeah, I'm getting back my 2001 figure. Yeah, so I'm heading back to 200 pounds. Right? Other things are happening as well. My ophthalmologist, not me, my ophthalmologist look in the back of my eye 2 weeks ago and say, hey, the back of your eye looking very much healthier. Because a couple years ago, I went through some situations, stressful situation, that mashed me up, nearly caused me to go blind. They couldn't help me. They couldn't give me no drug. Thank God I've been exposed to this technology that is empowering my mitochondria to fix my body. So all kind of wonderful things happening. You want me to go on? No, I'll stop there. This is not a drug, people. This is a God-given help that has come to help our mitochondria to be able to do wonderful things in our bodies so we don't have to spend millions and thousands of dollars on drugs and other things to get help.
Amen.
And what it's going to do is going to empower us to get up, as the preacher would say, off of our blessed assurance and go do something physical, because movement is going to help you. It's going to help your weight loss. It's going to help your immune system. It's going to help all kind of things happening. It's going to help your cholesterol. It's going to help all kind of exciting things that happen. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just somebody who like to be healthy and strong and to live for another 43 years on top of my 57. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. So someone here is saying, this is Snowball was saying, what are the products that are best for poor circulation in the feet?
But I explained that when I was doing the presentation. I guess
Yeah.
you were.
And they might have come in later. I'm not sure.
Like I said, we need the two products to work synergistically. So we need to get the restore sublingually, and then we need to massage. So folks, it's not just rubbing it on your body, it's massaging it in. So you're gonna massage it deep into your tissues. So you're not just gonna rub it like you're putting on lotion. You're gonna intentionally massage it into your feet. And then for those who are having the tingling and stuff in your feet, I want you to put it on just before bed. And it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but sleep in a socks with it at the bottom of your feet and on the top and all of that stuff up to your ankle. And just watch it get in and start stimulating the nerve again. Because one of the reasons for them pain in your feet is usually nerve issues.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Who's that now? I can't see who's that.
Good Anthea.
Okay. If you don't raise your hand, sometimes I can't see who you are.
Okay,
Go
good
ahead,
evening.
please. Good evening.
Yes, last year I did I go to the doctor and I do my pap smear and I realized that I have fibroid. So it was a big one. And then after the doctor sent me to do a biopsy, and he see that I was going through menopause. So I'm wondering if this product will help me too, because I'm taking it. But I'm going back to see my gynecologist next month.
The product will definitely help because it does help to regulate hormones and all of that.
Okay, because I have hot flush and so on.
A
Yeah.
lot of persons, it has helped them with the hot flashes. It has also helped them with the night sweats.
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of persons report a lot of good results with that.
Okay, all right, Doc.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, go ahead. Holistic, I can see whatever it says there. It just says holistic.
Holistic therapist.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
No, he's gone.
Mhm.
Good evening.
No,
Good
go
evening.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, doctor, I don't know if you guys could speak to, as this is prostate cancer month. I don't know if you guys could speak to anything
What
pertaining to the
country you living in?
Jamaica.
Oh, because our prostate cancer month is November. We call it Movember. Okay. Dr. Bloomfield, you want to go first on this, please, sir? Talk about prostate cancer issue.
Your prostate.
I don't know if did he drop?
No,
Sorry
no.
about that.
Go ahead.
Yes, prostate cancer. One. Well, in terms of prostate cancer, we know that that's one of the cancer that frequently affects men. And but good thing about it is that through doing prostate cancer screening, cases can be picked up early. Early meaning before it has started to spread outside of the prostate. So therein, it can either be removed, that is, the prostate can be removed, hence curing the cancer because it has not moved outside and start to travel to other areas of the body yet. And in some cases, no intervention, no surgery isn't even done. It is due to the histology or what the cell type is and all that. The urologist may decide just to observe it and do follow-up PSA testings and stuff like that. So it is very essential to take advantage of screenings for cancers, because a lot of times, a lot of cancers we don't have really screening for, and they just, by the time you are aware that you have them, it's too late. It has spread already. And so I would encourage every man to take this seriously. And of course, the doctor would do a rectal examination with the finger in a glove, lubricate the finger, and put it in and see what the prostate feels like. And it's usually, I guess, not a painful experience unless the prostate is inflamed, causing the pain, because the prostate is readily felt and accessible from that approach. And this can be combined with PSA and imaging studies like ultrasound, a CT, that kind of stuff. So regarding the product, no, because one of the things is that inflammation is responsible for so many cancer development. Because when there is inflammation, then the body is going to have to attempt to heal the process. And sometimes in that intervention by the body, it is not really perfectly, it's not really successful. And So many things, many reasons exist that can link inflammation to development of cancer cell. One of them is the inflammation going on to become chronic inflammation, and then abnormal transformation of cells develop in the whole process. And so inflammation plays such a great role in many cancers. And this product is high in anti-inflammatory properties, can go a far way in fighting inflammation because of a wide array of anti-inflammatory herbs in it. And so this product will be beneficial, very beneficial for the prostate. And I really endorse it for the prostate.
And also, Doc, for folks to
Yeah.
for our men, we need to start, watching for a few telltale signs that you can have a condition called benign prostate hyperplasia, and that's where the prostate gets big, and
Yes,
sometimes it kind of cut off the flow or reduce the flow of the urine. Now, not because the prostate is big, it doesn't mean that it's cancerous, but you need to get it checked out. So watch the flow of your urine when you are, and then also watch how many times per night you have to get up to go to pee. If they're getting up 3, 4, 5 times a night, then that also can be another problem. Watch out also for urgency and emergency. Like, so you feel like you want to pee and you cannot hold it. You have to be running here and there, driving around with a cup in your car, and you're peeing in your car, and you're just kind of not going out with friends again on a long journey because you know you're gonna need to pee ever so forth. So no, see, Doc is laughing.
Can't go to church at night.
Can't go to church at nights. That's sometimes even the day, and then you pee like 2, 3 times an hour sometimes. So you have to be able to be watching out for those. And while we're on the topic of peeing and so on and so forth, also, you got to watch out for men and women. You go into your bed and all of a sudden you never used to take water to go to your bed, but you're taking water to go to your bed because you're getting up 2, 3 times a night to drink water. You walk into the store and it's like the pop and them stuff, they're just calling you, and you will drink one and then you'll drink a second one even before you leave the store. That's a sign that you may be becoming diabetic. So you gotta watch out for these signs that your body is sending you. And I'm gonna say this again, they are not a TV show. It's not Young and the Restless. It's not Criminal Minds. It's none of this. Stop watching it. Take it to the doctor and let the doctor tell you what's going on. All right. So I don't know if I did that justice, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry that I don't want to rush you guys, but it's coming that we need to close. So I have 2 people with their hands raised, 1 question in the chat, and we're gonna do a wrap after that. Dr. Campbell, after Susan, we're gonna do a wrap. So can we just do the one into the chat, and then we're gonna do the 2 hands that were raised, and then we're gonna call it a night. Okay, go ahead, please, Doc. Yeah, let me see. We're getting there.
What are you talking about? You want the esophageal cancer?
Yes.
Someone with esophageal cancer, how to use the product. Again, it's just the same. There's only one way to use the product. You're going to take it sublingually. You're going to double up and triple up on it. And then you also now, because the esophagus right there, that is where you're going to concentrate the rejuvenate 4 or 5 times per day. So you're going to triple up to get started with the restore, and also do 4 or 5 times a day with the rejuvenate. Because this is how we get the best result.
Thank you so much. Seymour, you can open your mic, please. Hello? Okay, Seymour, open your mic, please, or you're going to go to Suzanne. Susan, open your mic, please. Oh, there's
Hi.
Seymour. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Susan. You open it now. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Okay, Seymour, go ahead, please.
Yeah, my question is with this this protocol we're using, would best results you would say I probably would get with someone who was dealing with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis?
Could you go slower with that word again?
ALS? ALS? You ever heard of ALS?
You're talking
Autoimmune
Lou
disease?
Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig
Yeah.
disease. Okay. So again, there's only one way to take the product, sublingually. If the person now have this ALS, then no, they're definitely gonna need to start because that affects hormones, that affect wasting away of muscles, that affect all kind of stuff, this ALS. Wasting
Right.
of muscles and so on and so forth. So they need to start getting on it and double up and triple up and go hard with it.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thank you so much, Seymour. Susan, you were the last choice for tonight. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good night
Good
again.
night.
All right, so I have a question on behalf of my coworker. Remember, I testified about shared a testimony about my coworker whose daughter is autistic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so she is still experiencing great results, and the child is still saying more words every day. But she wants if she can give her more than 4 milliliters for the day.
How old is the child?
In the night,
10.
she is it
10.
9 or 10? I don't remember. Is it
How
10?
heavy? How heavy is she?
She's not heavy, no.
I would
Normal
go.
weight,
I would go up to 6.
6. She can
Yeah, go
get
up to 6 for now. Mm-hmm. And then we see how it progresses.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks.
All right. So before you get back to Dr. Campbell, I just want to say, folks who are on this call, Dr. Broomfield hosts a call on Thursday nights at 8:30, and he has specific topics that he deals with on a regular basis. The information is concise. The information is awesome. And remember, when you go to your doctor, guys, it's like you're going through a production line. You're not getting the time. So every so often he sends out the link. We will put it in our link here. Dr. Campbell will explain more about that. And so then you can just come in, chime in, and get credible information. So with that said, I am going to bid adieu for now, and then back to Marva, to Dr. Campbell, and also maybe get final words from Dr. Broomfield.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Campbell. I thank you, sir, for your patience in waiting. I know you have the clock on there, so thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Bloomfield, Dr. Samuel, and everyone who chimed in. Go ahead, please, Dr. Campbell. Thank you.
Okay, great. What a beautiful call we have had. So much information. We have both information on the mitochondria and in terms of the 3 powerful product technologies for more mito to meet the needs of your mitochondria. That's where the science has taken us. So we just want to tell you that comes Wednesday is the next call for you to get friends and families to hear Dr. Samuels. I don't know, Dr. Broomfield might be available, but Dr. Samuels usually make himself available to do the calls and do question and answer. So that is, next call is Wednesday. And Thursday, Dr. Broomfield at 7:30 Jamaica time, 8:30 Eastern Caribbean, USA and Canada. So when that link is posted, we'll send it to the chat room, and then your friend or family members might forward it to you. Next week, Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, I believe it is, we will have our testimony call. That call is designed for sharing of testimonials, because sometimes during the regular calls, we make more space for the doctors to answer questions and answers from persons who are asking. But come the 25th, it will be Testimonial Wednesday, once a month. We want to ask you to come and get the testimonies, or to come with your testimonials. That's next week, Wednesday, 25th of September. Now, we just want to say Sunday, So we have Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Dr. Bloomfield, and on Friday, and then on Sunday again, our call. So you can look at the schedule. Now, I just want to thank all persons for participating in making this call possible. We want to thank our engineer, Sir Townsend. We have to thank our two doctors, Dr. Desmond Samuels. What a presentation, answers to questions. There is nowhere else on the planet. And then our goodly Dr. Broomfield. We spoil his name all the time, but he sweeps it clean with the broom. He's Dr. Broomfield. And we thank him for coming on and clearing up things for us so that he and Dr. Samuels tag team and answers questions for us. And there is nowhere else we can get the synergy going in answering your questions. Hope you felt that your questions were answered. Thank you for all who asked and those who share testimonials. And for those who didn't ask, next time can be your time. And also, thank you, Lady Marva, for hosting this section. We appreciate you doing that. All persons who invited friends and families, we thank you. We thank you. You did it. We were able to go to 100 and 110 persons tonight because you wanted to make sure your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, your folks at the church, your pastor, your bishop, hears this information. And we thank you. You made it happen. And God be praised for the interest you have shown in making sure that our friends and families hear about this. So thank you. If I didn't call your name, forgive me. I thank you too for making this a very powerful call. So Snowball said the best health program on earth. Wow. So Marva is agreeing with him and said finally they can agree on something together. But ladies and gentlemen, the synergy is taking place. The doctors are committed to give you the information that the system does not tell you readily. You can come here and get it on Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Thursday evening with Dr. Bloomfield, and Sunday again. How much better can you get it? Information for your transformation. Now, with that being said, we are going to close in prayer. And we thank you so much for being here. Elder Snowball, will you be kind enough, sir, to come to the fore and dismiss us with God's richest blessings and bless each family and our presenters who have shared, the two doctors that have shared tonight. So Snowball, are you able to shine in, please? Thanks. Is there a night service? If you're not able to, I will close in prayer, but let me know, Sir Snowball, quickly, if you are able to close us in prayer. Okay, so if it may be unavailable, so let us just pray. Let us pray. So Father, we thank you. Lord, you have been good to us. Many persons are enjoying a better quality of health and life. Children, adolescents, adults, the elderly. God, many different conditions that have afflicted your people. You sent your word and you have healed our diseases. Thank you, God, for this balm, for this oil that you have allowed a research scientist, Dr. Elliott, to formulate, working along with Roger Hill and Dale Bonet to bring this product to us. Thank you, Lord, for those who introduce it to us. Thank you for us now who will now introduce it to other persons who need to be relieved of their maladies. Bless us, Lord. Dismiss us with your grace. Dismiss us with your love. Dismiss us with your mercy. As we look to you, we say thanks in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.